Just take any little extra wiggles you need. Get situated. Go lay down. And take a big sigh out the mouth. Notice all the sounds in and around your space, including my background noises right now. Inviting the sounds to fade away to background noise. Drawing your main focus of attention onto your breath. And then with your next inhale, stretch your breath. So make it a little longer than normal. And at the top of that breath, just hold for a moment. And big, slow exhale. Slow breath in, stretch the breath. And slow exhale. Slow breath in to inhale. Slow breath out, fully empty. Go down. Lay down. Yeah. Lay down. And then we'll just bend the knees. You can place your feet on your pillow, and if you have a rolling bolster, you can roll it away. And then bend your knees so your feet are flat on the floor. And hands can be on the stomach for this or beside your hips. Take a slow breath and let the low back arch away from the floor. And on the exhale, we press the low back into the floor. Breathe in, arch away from the floor. Breathe in, scoop the low belly and press your low back down into the floor. Inhale to arch the low back away. And exhale to scoop and press the low back down. Just a couple more like that. Breathing in, arch the low back. Breathe out to press the low back down. And then breathing in to arch away. Breathe out to press the low back down. Zip up, pubic bone to navel and ribs tucked down. Push your hands down and keep your abs strong, your low back pressing into the floor. Lift your right foot to tabletop. And then your left foot to tabletop. Lower the right, exhale, lower the left. Then inhale to lift the left, strong abdomen, lift the right. Exhale, lower the left, then the right. And if you mix up the feet, it doesn't really matter, just keep alternating. Inhale, lift your right leg, then your left leg, lower your left, then your right. Now to modify, you can keep going, but if you need to modify, you feel too much pull in the low back, you keep the low back pressing and then you lift one foot at a time. Okay, so as if you're going for a little walk. We'll do about 2 full more rotations. So lift one leg, then the other, then lower the first leg, then lower the second leg. It can be a little tough to keep that abdominal awareness. So be patient if you need to take a break. Come out of it. And last one. Good. And then just take a moment here, about 30 seconds, swaying your knees or hugging one knee in, then the other. You might stretch it long. Just kind of move in any way that feels intuitively good for you this evening. And the movement can grow away from the hips as well. So you can stretch your arms, you can stretch your eyeballs, your jaw. And last 10 seconds or so, just exploring movement, maybe pausing in one shape and stretching your breath instead. When you're ready, place your hands down by your hips so your palms can either face your body or face the ceiling. Good. And on your inhale, reach your arms back. And I want you to think about lifting your rib cage away from the floor. So we're finding that same back arch, but letting it grow up towards or past the brow line. And then on the exhale, scoop in your low belly, ribs tuck, hands come down. So you're lengthening, pushing the back into the floor. So that's flexion. And then inhale, arch your back away, rib cage, back ribs, lumbar spine, low back pulls away from the floor, and then scoop in your belly, release your arms down, and press your low back into the floor. So it's kind of like cat cow, but we're just extra supported by our major joints, our hips and our shoulders, our feet. Good. And just a couple more, reaching back on your inhale, lowering your arms, spreading the back into the floor on the exhale. Good. Next time your hands come down, take your feet hip distance, press your low back into the floor, roll up through your vertebrae into bridge, inhale, and then exhale, lower down. Now you're welcome to only do the hip portion. You're welcome to add in the arms. So the arms, inhale back, exhale, scoop your belly, roll up. Inhale, arms down. Exhale, spine curls down. Inhale, arms back. Exhale, scoop the tail, roll up. Inhale, arms down. Exhale, spine down. And two more. Go at your own pace. If the breath kind of switches around a bit, doesn't matter. Just keep moving, mindful effort, moving through your spine. Good. And then slowly come down, and we'll bring your knees in towards your armpits. So just take the knees wide, hold your hamstrings, maybe your shins. And just a little lift of your tail if it feels good. If not, don't do it. That feels like too much right now. Just feet down, knees a little wag side to side. When you're ready, knees to center. Hug your right knee in, holding on to the shin. Now, if you have your bolster and you wanted to stretch your left leg over it, that's fine. Or if you just stretch out the left leg and point your foot and at the same time maybe squeeze your bum, you'll feel a little bit of lengthening in the front of that thigh, maybe the front of the hip. And inhale to stretch your breath long. Exhale even longer. The eyelids, the forehead become soft. Noticing what you feel, where you feel it. Most of all, noticing your breath. Inhale and exhale. Keep pointing through that left foot as though to reach the wall in front of you. Your room happens to be a little tight on space. There's something right in front of your foot. I want you to think about stretching along to touch it using the pointed foot. Activate the buttocks if it feels good. Don't if it doesn't. And then when you're ready, keep that left leg strong and just send the right knee out to the right. So creating some space through the midline of your hips, the midline of the thighs. Stretching the breath on the inhale. Breathing out nice and long. Good, and then right knee to center. Take your left hand on the knee and just gently pull that right knee over to the left, moving into a twist, and you can stretch that right arm out long. You might look over to the left shoulder, relaxing the neck, breathing deep. Breathing into the low back, the outer hip. I'm just gonna spin around here. And we'll move from this position into the next shape. So your left knee is in towards you. You're gonna slide the right knee in. Reach. So we're in the twist. Good. Oh, sorry. Yeah, slide the right knee in. I'm all messed up. Sorry, I had to turn, so I was screwed up. Good. And then reach your left arm up and then roll over onto your side. So it might feel a little weird. I'll show you again. So we're here in the twist, and then you slide the left knee up, reach the left arm up, and then roll over into our kind of fetal position with your arms extended. And if that didn't make any sense, just get there and meet me here however you can. That happens. And then take a breath, reach your left arm back behind you, letting the whole body move with you. You can roll right onto the back of the head. And then exhale, close your palms. Good, breathe in, open up. Big stretch, open up your chest. You might even squeeze your shoulder blades if it's accessible. Then close the hands, reaching palm to palm. Inhale, reach back, maybe shoulder blades squeeze in. Exhale, palms touch. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Next time you open, we'll pause there. Now, if that doesn't feel good, you'd rather allow for some more movement, just keep moving on the breath, whatever feels good. You're staying in that open shape, turn your head and look at the back hand. If that doesn't feel good, don't do it. Look up or to the right. 30 seconds here. Smooth, long inhale, followed by a smooth, long exhale. And repeat. Last 5 seconds. End of exhale, left hand back to the right hand. Slide your right arm under your head to create a pillow, or you can use an actual pillow. And circle the left arm, keeping your body resting on the side. Nice big inhale, circling around and down. Life with dogs, eh, Marielle? Good. And then switch directions. Big circles. Think about stretching through your whole arm from your shoulder blade, the chest, the front of the shoulder, and you're making your circle large, 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 inviting a stretch as you circle. The more you reach, the more you might feel. Of course, you don't want to stretch so much that you actually let your arm come out of the socket, but kind of bordering the edge. You actually couldn't reach too far to pull the arm out of the socket, so don't worry about it. Usually takes a different exterior force or external force. Good, and then we'll do one more here. Good, so Mary Ellen, just do a few circles each way, and then you can join us. So my palm is facing the right, my pinky is by my hip, my arms are kind of long, so my hand goes past my bum, but yours might not, so don't worry about that. Keep your palm open with your thumb up beside you, and then reach your arm over your head. And I've got my bolster over my head, but that's not on purpose. But if you had it there, you could touch it. Or you could see if you can reach over the head onto the floor. And then on the exhale, pinky slides back down beside your hip. Inhale, reach your arm up. Palm, fingertips reach for the floor. You might actually see if you can lift your side body away from the floor. And then release. Pinky down. 2 more. Inhale, reach the arm overhead. Palm taps. Maybe you lift your side body. Exhale, lower and release the arm. 1 more. Inhale, reach up and over. The arch away from the floor. And exhale, arm down. We'll roll onto the back. Good. Take a 30-second yogi's choice freestyle. Moving in any way that feels good. If you feel like you need to do some jumping jacks or something, that's welcomed. Running around the room, or just hanging out, moving in the way that your body is asking you to do. Got about 10 more seconds. I'm totally just weighing these 30 seconds. I don't have a clock or a timer, but you know. What else do you expect from me? Good. And when you are ready, we'll hug your your left knee into your chest and straighten your right leg out long. And really reach through the right toes. You're pointing as though to touch something in front of you. For me, my wall's in front of my foot, so I'm just going to reach towards that and try to squeeze the right glute as I draw the left knee in. And we'll take about 5 or so breaths, relaxing your forehead, relaxing the eyelids, relaxing your jaw. Your head, your neck, your shoulders become heavy. And breathe deep. Slowly open left knee out to the left. Keep reaching through right foot. Maybe a strong right bum. You can turn your head if it feels appropriate. Just let the head move wherever it needs to. Just keep softness, forehead, eyelids, jaw. And then left knee over to the right, using your right hand, and extend your left arm out, looking in either way, finding a little mini twist. Try to keep both shoulders grounded. And then from here, slide your left knee in or right knee in to roll onto your left side. I'm confused. We're on the right side, I think. Good. Hands touch, resting the head, knees and hips. And then breathe in, reaching the arm back. Breathe out to close. Breathe in to reach back. Open up. Breathe out to close. Breathe in to reach back. Breathe out to close. Breathe in to reach back. Breathe out to close. And then pause, open, or continue. 30 more seconds. Slow, long, deep breath. Relax your forehead, your eyelids, your jaw. Last 5 seconds. Take your time to roll onto your side. Bottom arm becomes a pillow, and circle just your top arm, reaching and stretching as the arm moves around the body, finding the length, finding any tension spots, just noticing where they come up as you circle. Adjusting when you need to, and then switch directions when you're ready. 4 or 5 here. Ooh, I'm getting some cracks. That's kind of one thing I miss the most about virtual to online. It's just, there's a sense of connectedness when we're all cracking together and breathing, of course. And then rest the hand on the hip, palm facing out, thumb up, pinky down, and inhale to reach the arm over the head. Stretch. And exhale, return pinky to hip. A couple more. Inhale, reach overhead. Palm or fingertips. See if you can lift your side body, side ribs off the mat. And then lower them as the hand lowers. Last 3. Inhale, reach, arch away. Exhale, lower. Good. And last 2. And last 1. And slowly bring your hand down in front of your ribs and push yourself up onto all 4s. Oh, pad up the knees as needed. Nice thing about being at home, there's always extra padding, so if you need it, grab it. Hi, puppy. Good. And then spread your fingers, knees under your hips. You can point your feet, and if it feels better, the knees can be wider than the feet, and feet can touch. And we'll just press the hips all the way back over the heels, stretching. And on the inhale, come forward, shoulders over wrists. Your bum can squeeze a little bit. Exhale, press back and look towards your belly button or your feet. On the inhale, shoulders over the wrist, lift your chin. And a couple more. Exhale, press the hips back. Inhale, forward, chin lifts. Exhale, press hips back. Forward and chin lifts. Good. And last two. Exhale, tuck the chin. Round forward, inhale. Exhale back. And pause in child's pose, forehead down, take a few breaths. Just slow, smooth, inhale, exhale. The next one's a little spicier, so you can mentally prepare. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll come forward, hands and knees. We won't be on our hands and knees too long tonight. So hands under your shoulders, maybe a little wider. Knees right under your hips. And you can tuck your toes if that makes you feel a bit more stable. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Point your feet. Doesn't matter. Good. So we'll lift your low belly. Inhale, reach your right arm forward. Keep the finger on the floor and send your left toe back, lifting your knee so the toe is still on the floor. And then push strongly into left hand and lift your belly button away from the mat. Option to reach your arm and leg forward as though to stretch fingers away from lifted toes. And hold for 5. Push into the hand on the floor for 4. Keep stretching and lifting your tummy for 3, 4, and 5. Hand and knee down. Take any little movements you need. Come off the wrist for a second. Wiggle your butt. Give your dog a kiss. He always gets so mellow when we do yoga. It's great because he's not mellow the rest of the time. Good. So when you're ready, spread your fingers. Reach your left hand forward, hand on the floor to start. Belly in, push into your right hand and send your right toes back. Good option to stay here or lengthen as you reach. Belly lifts for 1. Push into your right hand to lift your chest. For 2, keep stretching as you lift the tummy away from the floor. For 3, 4, keep stretching, lifting. And 5, hand and knee down. Wiggle your butt side to side. Or press your hips back to child's pose. And then back up onto all fours. This last one on all fours. I'm going to show you this. So my back will be facing you, but you should be able to hear me just fine. So take your right hand and place it in the middle of your mat. You're going to spin your right foot back and then open up to the left. So the left leg extends and you reach your left hand up to the ceiling or keep your hand on your hip. So this is modified side plank. Option to lift your foot off the floor and hold. Strong bum, lengthen. So I'll turn now, but you don't have to. Lengthen from your pubic bone to your navel to your chest bone, through the crown of your head, through your back lifted foot or long leg, and through the top arm. Push down to lift. That's it. That looks awesome. Nobody's even wiggling. Good. And then lower down nice and slow. You're going to bring your long leg in first and then both hands down. Wiggle around, move it any way you need to. Good. So same thing, second side. Good. Left hand center of the mat. Turn your left foot back. So I'll just show you again the same way. And then turn and open towards the right this time. Good. Turn around, good. And then push down to lift up. Maybe the foot comes up. If it's too much, don't do it. Try to stay stable. Hips long from pubic bone to navel, navel to sternum, through the crown of your head. You're feeling really strong. Look to the ceiling. Nice. Sometimes that throws you off course. Sometimes it doesn't, and then it's a great day. Good. Good job, Shelly. And then foot down, hands down, and come on to hands and knees. Walk your hands a bit more forward, and then lie down onto your stomach. You adjust your mat. Go for it. Good. So arms are gonna kind of be just beside you, but your head will stay down to start. Couple options, you can keep your legs straight and press the thigh bones into the floor. Press your pubic bone down. Or knees can be wide, heels can touch, and you can actually lift your knees or thighs off the floor. Only if that feels good. So just kind of use whatever feels best for you. Good, and then inhale to lift your head as you lift your shoulders back. And then exhale down. So you don't have to come up super high. Just pull the shoulders away from the floor and inhale, lift your head. Exhale down. Think length from pubic bone to navel, navel to sternum. And you can keep your head in line with your spine. Or as you come up, you can lift your chin up. And then lower down. Good. Try 3 more. Nice and slow. Inhale, shoulders draw back. Lift your head, your chest, maybe your chin. Exhale, lower. Last 2. Good. And last one. Inhale, lift up. Option to hold. Option to hover your arm bones off the floor. For 1, lift them elbows higher than your shoulders. For 2, you might turn your palms and give me a thumbs up. 3, next. So cute, I just see little thumbs on the screen. For 4. And 5, exhale down. Turn one cheek to the side. Straighten both legs and slide your right knee up to hip height. Take a few deep breaths here. You can spread your arms a bit wider if you need to. So head turns the same way, same side, the knee is lifted. Belly rises and falls. Take your time to switch your legs and turn the head the other way, resting on opposite cheek. Belly can rise up and press into the floor on your inhale. And exhale to push all the air out. Take your time, straighten both legs, and prop yourself up onto your elbows. Make fists with your hands so your arms get strong and press the pinky side of your hand into the floor. So I like to think of like a karate chop. Good. And then squeeze the bum, tuck your chin, start to peel up. Oh, sorry, tuck your toes. That's important. Good. Look back towards your rib cage and roll up ribs and then hips. Option to lift your knees and hold for 1. Push down, karate chop those arms. As you push down, you lift your belly up for 2. Strong arms, lift the tummy for 3, 4. And then exhale, knees if lifted, hips, and then lower down. Pause here, breathe in. You got one more in us? Yeah? Okay, one more. Exhale, tuck your chin. Karate chop those arms. Tuck chin, look towards your belly button as it starts to lift up. Your hips come up. You might pause here. You might lift your knees. You squeeze your bum in either shape and hold as you push into the floor like you're mad at it. Good, breathe deep. Every exhale, you get stronger. Whew, this is hard after supper. And then breathe in. Exhale, knees, hips, belly, chest. And then release, hands under your forehead. You can bend your knees and rock your shin bones, your thighs side to side. Take a few deep breaths. Good work. And hands underneath of you, push up and then hips back. Feet move to one side and sit down onto your bum or get there however you can. Good. So legs, feet are bent flat on the floor and walk your hands back behind you, bending your elbows. Inhale to lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades, and then maybe you let your head go back. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades for 1, 2. Think of a long belly for 3, long waist for 4, and 5. Exhale, elbows bend, tuck your chin and look towards the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Legs can stretch long, sit tall, and then lie back onto your back. Swirl. Good. Now, if you have a strap or anything you could use as a strap, you could grab it. If you don't have a strap, I'll show you an option without one. Take your time. Towels work, belts work. Nice. Perfect. She's ready, folks. They're both ready. All right. So we'll strap up the right foot. You can keep your left knee bent if that feels better, or straighten the leg. Good. And just breathe deep, stretching through the back of the right leg. You can hold tension on your strap. That's it. Try to keep your head, your neck, your shoulders relaxed. So as you pull down on the strap, you might kind of oppose that and push your foot into the strap at the same time. Good. Like your socks, Shelly, they're pretty cute. Good. Good. And then put both straps into your right hand and we'll spread the legs open. So left knee opens left, right leg opens right. And just hold, breathing deep. Exhale, bring your legs to center, and we'll switch the feet. Take your time. Left foot into the strap. Use the strap with some resistance. You might push the foot up into the strap as you straighten the leg. Breathing into the back of your leg. When you're ready, open your legs wide apart. Left leg to the left, right leg to the right. Try to keep both hips down. Breathe deep. No, stay. It's okay. Okay, it's just Tristan. Good. And then both legs back to center. We'll do 2 sets of bridge. So feet down, arms down, heavy through the feet, the heels, feet about hip distance. And inhale to lift your hips off the floor. Strong bum for 1, 2. Think about gripping the mat with your toes a bit for 3, 4, and 5. Hips down, option to stay here, or option feet and knees touching. Only if that's possible. Squeeze the legs, inhale to lift up. 5 breaths. 1, push down to lift. For 2, strong bum. For 3, 4, and 5. Exhale down. Feet can come wide for windshield wipers. You might reach the arms back overhead. Take about 30 seconds, just kind of chillaxing after that one. Good, and then bring your feet back flat to the floor, hands beside you or on the stomach. Good, inhale to let the low back lift off the mat. Exhale to scoop in the belly, press your low back down, ribs tuck. Inhale, arch away. Exhale, scoop the belly, press your low back down. And just a couple more, really soft and receptive here. Want to add in the arm movement, arms reach back as the low back lifts. Exhale, arms down, back down. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, press the low back down. And one more. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, press your low back down. And if you'd like to grab a blanket or a pillow, anything, we could turn a light off if you find it kind of bright. Take a moment or two to get ready to rest. Stretching out long. You might use the bolster under the knees again. That's it, Mary Ellen. Good. Sometimes it's nice to put something over your eyeballs if you like something like that. We'll just start to really let go of any control we've had this practice. Let go of any tension. Relaxing the forehead, the eyelids, the jaw.